Susan and Mary and I are very excited to be back together with you and to talk and engage with you about new and exciting things that we keep finding online, since we are all trying very hard to teach our students and engage our students online. We want to thank you very much for responding to the Google form that we sent you, where you said, you told us what things you were struggling with, because we really wanted to design webinars that would be helpful to you. So we today have the luxury of listening to Mary Horn, and she is going to continue her wonderful webinar explanations of all of the amazing things that are available for free through Google Apps and extensions of the Google Classroom. And hopefully there will be some time at the end for questions, and we'll put those in the chat and we'll have a conversation after Mary has a chance to present. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Mary. I don't need to make you host, correct?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
And I will get rid of my video so that you're the only beautiful face we see.
Okay, well, good evening in the good morning in the United States, good evening in Kazakhstan. Today I'm going to talk about some Google apps and extensions for education. And when I thought about this originally, I was going to talk about many apps and extensions, but Susan suggested that it might be more beneficial to just cut that down and show you how to use a few. So before we start looking at this technology, I just want to remind everybody that technology is actually a tool for delivering content, not the other way around. So we always let our content drive our delivery. So what is it that we want to convey? What is it that we want our students to do or understand? And then we can choose a technology that will help us achieve that goal. The first thing I wanted to show you today is called Loom. And Loom is a video and screen sharing application. You can get it as both an extension for Google Chrome and a desktop version. They are exactly, they have the same functions, and they save the recordings to the same place. In response to this pandemic and everybody going online so quickly, Loom has made their pro version free for life for students and teachers. I thought that was pretty cool. And what you can do with Loom is make videos for your students. You can use a screen and camera, a screen only, or a camera only. And here's how you would download it. If you just go to loom.com, you can download the desktop application. If you go to the Chrome store and look for extensions, search for Loom, and then you can download the extension. And I want to show you hold on. Okay, so this is loom.com. This is where you go to log into Loom. See if I can get it to change. So, Mary Teresa, can you all see my screen now with the browser?
We can.
Excellent. There's nothing on it. It's just like a big white screen.
Well, we can see say it with video.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Nope, that's the wrong one.
Okay,
Let me do a new share.
let me see.
Here, I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Now, do you see where it says you don't have any videos?
Yes, now we can see that.
Okay, fantastic. So what you would do in Loom is you would use this to record a video tutorial or any kind of a video. It could be a welcome video for other people to see. And the way you would do this is you click record a video. And I already have the extension, so I'm going to continue to my workspace. Did it do it? Continue to workspace? No, of course it didn't. Okay. Okay, is it showing you a screen that now, like a small screen that
Yes.
says share your screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I can choose if I want to share this screen that I'm looking at, if I want to share a particular application, or if I want to share a Chrome tab. I would like to go ahead and share my entire screen. And it's going to count me down. And I'm now recording a video. It's very nice to see you all today. Let me see down here. I can make my avatar bigger or smaller. I don't remember how to make it smaller. Here we go. And I can go around and show other screens and talk through how to do any kind of, that's not what I meant to do, sorry, go back. So in this case, let's imagine I want to show the students how to find something on my Quizlet because I want them to learn how to use these vocabulary lists. So I would start by saying something like, in this video, you will see how to create a vocabulary list or how to access our vocabulary lists. So then I go into it and I show them, here it is. And you can go through your flashcards, etc. All right, so now I'm done with my video. So I want to tell it I'm finished. So go ahead and click finish. Okay, here we go. And we can see here, here's the video. And I'm now recording the video. Very nice to see you all today. Let me see down here. So you can see it recorded it very quickly. On the right-hand side, I can copy a link so I can share this out to my students. I could put this in Google Classroom. I could send it to them in an email. I could post it to my Facebook page. Whatever methodology I'm using to send out my content. The other thing that you can do is you can edit your video. And in the free application, you can trim from the beginning and from the end. My videos at the very beginning often look like me just looking at screens, and at the end also look like me looking at screens. So I can I can cut both of those things off. Hopefully. All right, I can also download this video to my own computer if I would like to do so, and I could upload it into YouTube. All right, I'd like to share back to my PowerPoint. All right, I'd just like to point out some best practices for video tutorials. And these are things that I learned as I had to make video tutorials for my classes in March and April. So the first thing is you really should have a script or an outline for your presentation. You'll have to do a lot less editing that way, and it looks more professional. The second thing is I would highly recommend you use something like PowerPoint as a guide for your audience, because they can move ahead and they can move backwards based on what they're seeing on the screen. The third thing is always keep these short. 10 minutes is the absolute maximum for these videos. Not because Loom won't let you record more, but people don't have a really long attention span. And as you know, students, children, really don't have a long attention span. What I'd recommend is if you have longer videos, make them into several separate videos. So always keep that 10-minute maximum in mind. I think 5 minutes is a really good target, just to keep your audience interested and to make yourself stay on point. And finally, the fourth thing is when you save your video, give it a really descriptive title that will make it a lot easier to find later. The second technology tool I wanted to talk about is something called Adobe Spark. It is also free to use in its basic form. You can have more advanced features if you pay for it, but frankly, you'll see the basic has a lot of things for you to use. So Adobe Spark is not an app. It is a website interface. The basic is free. And what you do with Adobe Spark is you make stories. So you as the teacher or the students can make these stories using pictures, video, text, and music. And I think it's probably going to be a lot easier to understand this if I just show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is Adobe Spark. When you go in, this is what it looks like. And you can see I'm already signed in. So Mary, tell your story. I'd like to draw your attention to the slideshow. So let's go ahead and click slideshow. And we're going to write a story or make a little movie to share out. So your students could do this or you could do this. And it's actually quite a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you an example. Let me go back.
I want some fun on my computer.
Absolutely. So yesterday, I spent about an hour making a story about my dog. I'd like to share that little video with you. It's about a minute.
My name is Baby Girl. I live with my mom and my brother, Don. And I love food. Every day, my mom makes special food. And I have some special food. No, it's not fair. Someday, I'm going to sneak some special food. And she won't even know.
Okay, the thing that took the longest with this video was writing the script and finding the pictures. It was unbelievably easy to make once I actually started. So I'd like to show you how one would do that if I can find it.
Mary,
Yes.
we had a little difficulty hearing what you were saying with the video. I think it's a feature of us playing it through Adobe Spark and over Zoom, but it was very clear to you, correct?
Yes.
And when someone sends you this video, it's
Yes.
also very clear. But it
Yes.
was not so clear in our webinar, but I want the teachers to understand that it's probably the interaction between Adobe Spark and Zoom.
Yes, that's the problem. I apologize.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to make that point.
So let's imagine we want to have our students make a video like this. So what they would do is they would go to, they'd click this button here on the left, that is the plus sign. Oh, sorry, let's just go back to the beginning page. So from the beginning page, you can see where it suggests the kind of thing you would like to make. And the thing I just showed you was a slideshow, and it's a video. So let's go ahead and click that. Let's call this, let's give it a descriptive name of KZ example. Something I really like about Spark is it gives you several templates that you can just use the template to create this video. You don't have to try to come up with all of the different ways you want to express your concept or your idea. So if we just go to, we can promote an idea, we can tell a story. I like this one with a hero's journey. That's actually what I made my little dog video about. But let's make a family vacation story, something that happened. So you can see it's rendering, it's getting it ready. Takes a minute, I'm sorry for the wait. Okay, so it opens to a screen where you can just start adding information. And then you can see, like on this first screen, it says who. And then it suggests what you can put here. So describe who or what your story will follow. So let's add a picture. Uh-oh. Oh, I have photos. Where are they? Okay, upload a photo. Okay, so here's one of the photos that I chose for my other story. This is my dog. Her name is Baby Girl. So I want to describe who or what the story will follow. And I just need to click this recording button and it will start a recording and I can just use my voice. So I hold it down. My name is Baby Girl. I don't think the video, the recording voice is going to come through very well, but it does on my side.
Now, my name is Baby Girl.
Okay, I didn't like that one, so I'm going to try it again. This is Baby Girl.
This is Baby Girl.
Okay, so that took, I don't know how long, 30 seconds. The thing that took the longest was actually finding the picture that I wanted to share. Then in the next slide, it suggests to show the backdrop or setting for what happened. So I could put in a picture of my house or the outside of my house or any picture that gives a setting for my story. You'll notice the other thing I could do is embed a video. So maybe I have a short video about my dog and where we live. I can just add text. So all you see on the screen is some text. So let's do that. Okay. She lives in the US. Okay. The next thing I can do is I can start telling the story, and I'm prompted here to describe the first thing that happened, and the second thing that happened, and the third thing that happened, how it ended, and let's see, and any thoughts I have about the future for this story. Once I'm done with my story, I can just, I can share it because I'm done. this one that I've chosen is basically a narrative essay, but instead of having it written, it is a picture and video and text and talk over video about this story. I think it's very engaging. I think it's very fun and interesting. I think the students would like it very much. In addition to just telling your story, you can also choose the different layouts, which are on the right side of the screen. So right now I'm showing a full screen. I could show a split screen. I could add a caption with some text, or I could just have a text and title. So let's go back to full screen. I can also choose different themes. So right now it's on focus, or it's on title. So I can change what it looks like. I can also resize this video. Widescreen is very good to see on a computer, but square is much easier to see on a mobile phone. So it kind of decides on what, where I want my students to experience this video. And finally, I can add any music I want. Right now, it's selected places I've been, but I can choose other sounds. And I'm not going to try that right now to show you because the sound is not coming through. All right. When I go back to the main page of Spark, sorry, you can see, and we scroll down past the templates, you can see my projects. You could also go on the left-hand side to projects, and there you are. So here's the video that I made yesterday, which took me about an hour. Here's the little video that we started about my dog, and you can see it's Casey example. I'm not finished with it, so I can go back in and I can edit it. And whenever I'm ready, I can either share it. So again, it will publish it to Spark Video, and I will be able to get a link. I could also download it to my own computer, and that would make it so I can upload it into like a YouTube channel. I just love this. I think it's really cool.
Well, it seems like you might be able to even use something like this or one of these to, like, let's say that you're a math teacher and your students one of your students keeps getting some sort of math problem wrong or a chemistry formula wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could have them take a picture as they work through the problem and just put it into this so that you as the teacher could watch it,
right,
and talk to them over Zoom or over Skype or over some sort of system like this, and point out right at the point where they start to make the incorrect choice or they make the wrong assumption.
Exactly. And slideshow is one of the options. Another is a presentation. And that could be another place where you ask students to go in and make a little presentation about how they are doing something. Mm-hmm. I just think the possibilities on this are unlimited. But again, always have whatever your content is, drive your technology, not the other way around.
Right. Really good point.
Yeah. So I'd like to share back to my PowerPoint. Okay. So Adobe Spark is kind of hard to describe, and they don't even know how to describe it either. So I just wanted to say it's a way you can make stories. It's very engaging, it's very interesting, it's very fun. So this is the way to find it. Just go to spark.adobe.com. You will need to sign in to use it, but again, the basic is free. And just like a lot of websites and applications that you get the basic for free, you can always pay to upgrade. It has so many things available on the basic, I don't think you'd need to upgrade. The last thing I wanted to talk about was not really a technology to show you, but a YouTube channel where this person has made educational technology videos for teachers. So he talks through a lot of technology tools and ways that he has used them in his own classes. So he's a middle school teacher, and I'd like to go to his channel so that you can get an idea of, somebody's chatting, so you can get an idea of what kind of things he has available.
I'm taking care of the chat, Mary, don't worry.
Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry. I'll be right there. Nope, wrong one. Okay, Mary Teresa, do you see a page now that says transform your classroom with educational technology?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So this is this man's web page, and if you look at the top, you can see YouTube tutorials. So we're going to click that to look at the kind of things he's got available. So he has dozens of videos. So if we click videos, you can see he has a lot of videos about using technology. And the one that I wanted to point out to you is right here today. So it's called, this one on the right, Tech Tools for Interactive Remote Teaching Webinar. And you can see it's 31 minutes. It's kind of long, but I'd like to start it. And I know you won't be able to hear the video very well.
My name is Sam Carey, and today I'm going to be presenting about how to use technology tools to make remote teaching more interactive.
Okay, so if you look at this video, you can see that he's got an opening slide and he has his video at the bottom. So this is what we're going for when we use something like Loom. I'm not sure what video capture he's using, but it would be very similar in your own videos. I understand that 31 minutes is a very long video to watch if you are a non-native speaker of English. So I would like to show you again how you would make it so that you have subtitles at the bottom. So if we look here on this video, you see at the bottom of that screen, CC. So that is going to allow us to turn on our subtitles and closed captioning. So if we click that, so you can see right now, this is what he is saying in English. But that's not very helpful. I mean, if we speak English, that's probably very helpful. But it does something very cool that I wanted to show you. If you click this gear or widget, it's the settings. You see where it says subtitles, English? We're going to click that. I'm sorry, let me go back. We're going to click this arrow to the right and auto translate. And we can choose from all of these languages. I think I passed it. No, here it is. Kazakh is one of the options. I just think that's really interesting.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah. So as he's talking, so we can start him over.
Hi everybody, my name is Sam Carey, and today I'm going to be presenting about how to use technology tools to make remote teaching more interactive. So just a little bit about me to start.
Now what I don't know, because I don't speak Kazakh, is if this is accurate. It may not be completely accurate in terms of the syntax or grammar or the exact words that he's using. You might find, so we can go to settings again and choose a different language, auto-translate, you might find that the Russian is actually a better translation. So you can do this on all of his videos. This particular video, he talks about a lot of different technology tools that are available for distance learning or remote learning. He also presents ways that you could use it in your classrooms. And I'm going back to my PowerPoint. Okay, so you might want to write this down. This website is newedtechclassroom.com. And again, the presenter is Sam Carey, and he is a middle school teacher.
And the chat is telling us that the Kazakh is accurate language. So that is very exciting.
Very nice. Okay, so that is everything that I got together for us for today. And as Mary Teresa suggested, we can open up the chat and we can have a discussion about these tools and how you might use them in your classroom for in-class and also distance. And I would love to hear about any other tools that you've found that are very helpful.
Thank you so much, Mary, for
Thank you.
that introduction to those 3 really interesting apps and areas where we can get some really good information about how to better engage our students online. It's really critical. Right?
Thank you.
So I'd like to open it up for questions. I'll let you guys unmute yourselves or write your questions in the chat, and we'll try to answer questions. Or if you have things to share, please share. Have any of you used any of these apps previously?
I haven't used this application before.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the interesting thing for me when the pandemic first hit and all of my children went online is I was really impressed with their teachers and how they used specifically Loom, the first one that Mary introduced us to. They used Loom very effectively to have a video on the Google Classroom that the student, if they forgot how to get into a system, they had a little Loom video that showed the student again, just like they would have to show them in the classroom. Maybe they could show them on the Google Classroom. But they were very short. Many of them were less than a minute, but it was all that my children needed. They needed to be reminded, oh, that's right, I have to log in from this place, or oh, that's right, I have to go here. And so Loom was used quite a bit in our household in the spring, and is probably going to be used if we have to go digital again this fall. Mm-hmm. And it's really, it doesn't have to be the teachers, and the teachers also with Loom, especially my children, a couple of them are still in elementary school. They would read to the students aloud, and they recreated that experience and read to the students and showed the picture of the book. And then they would make the same faces and make the same voices that they were making in the classroom. And it really helped to continue the community that we build as teachers in our classroom. It really helped my kids to feel like, okay, I'm still in school. This is still my teacher. They still care about me.
Right.
Because
And one thing I wasn't able to show you is when I was making that Loom video, it just had my little Google avatar. So my little cartoon picture,
Mhm.
because my camera was already being used by a different program, so it couldn't record me while it was broadcasting in Zoom. But you can actually have your camera recording you as you're going through your slides. So not just the voiceover, but you. And I think that that's one of the things we talked about in a previous webinar, is creating that, that sense of community, that connection. And those connections are the things that people comment on missing when they're in online courses. So that's very exciting to me, that that's actually a thing that you can emulate, as Mary Teresa was saying.
Mm-hmm.
There was a question in the chat about
Group work.
group work in Google Classroom as we work in G Suite. So I would like to share my screen again.
Okay.
If that's all right. Oh, you disabled it.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry. Let me. Oh, I made you not the host?
yeah, that's okay. I was not the host before either,
Oh.
but you should be able to enable screen sharing or make me the host. That would
I
work
did.
too.
I just
Okay.
did.
Let's see, where did I put it? Okay, so right now, do you see at the top of the screen where it says essay?
Yes.
Okay, so the question was, can you use these technology tools for group work? And the answer is yes. So I don't know if you remember back in June, it seems so long ago now.
It does seem like
We looked at creating a class in Google Classroom and creating an assignment within that class. So this is that example that I created, and I called it essay. And we can look at the essay itself. It's in a Google Doc. So it's here that we would set our settings that the students can either submit this as one single person. You can make it so that they are working within a group to complete something. And also from here, there's this opportunity. If you look at the top where it says File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Tools, Add-ons. So we can get add-ons, and that's another word for extensions, but these are specific to Google Docs. So I just clicked that, and you can see there's lots. There's just so many. So these are things that you can either use yourself, or you can have them available for the students to use. I hope that answered that question. Oh, you want me to send a lesson online? Oh, do you mean what we're doing right now?
this webinar will be on our website.
Yes.
But you mean a lesson like what she used when she taught her class?
Oh, I can absolutely send you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
On which site will be the webinar? Please
webinar
write the
It's in
write
the
the
chat,
address.
but I will put it there again.
Mhm.
Oops. So we created a website. It is almost finished, but we created a website starting to talk about the project that we did last year. with the 5 different cities, but it's also the website that can, oh, Mary, could you bring it up since you're the
Yes.
host? Could you bring the website up?
Yes, I can.
Because we should introduce everyone to that.
That's a really good idea.
Probably should do that at every single webinar we do this month.
That's
But
a really good idea, actually.
we made the address as simple as we could. So it's kzstemenglish.org. And if you notice, it is based on, pardon me?
Mine's not showing our banner at the top.
Huh.
I'm sorry. It's not, the website's not finished, but I'm sorry that I interrupted you, Mary Teresa.
Okay, that's okay. So the project is based on all of the hard work that the Kazakhstan teachers did when they worked with us. And we have at the top, we have the home page, which is this one. And we, of course, have a picture of all of us. Can you scroll down just a little bit so we can see our picture? There we are. There's Phil, if anyone remembers Phil. There's Nazarbayev University. So anyway, we have all of these pictures, and we also have all of the information. So we have the overview of the project, which kind of is the page on the website that talks about how the project started, what cities we were in, how we worked with the teams, that sort of thing. We have the project teams page, which, can you click on that, please, Mary?
Sure can.
If you look here, we've got it in English and Kazakh and Russian.
Right
And
here.
we've got the map of Kazakhstan, and the cities that with teachers that we worked in are in black on the map, sorry.
That's okay.
And then below, you can click either on the map or on the city below, and you will see the teachers that were part of the teams. If you go back up to the
Materials developed.
right, to the buttons at the top, you'll notice this is the part that we're most excited about for you, is if you click on materials developed, you can search any of these features on the left-hand side. So you can click, I want to look at all of the courses that are available, or I want to look at specifically biology lessons that were
Choose
developed.
biology.
And then all of the biology lessons that were developed by various teachers around Kazakhstan to work together with the Trilingual Initiative, all of these materials that have been developed by your colleagues are available for you.
Yeah.
Biology.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great.
We are very excited about this because you can also search by grade level. So if you go down to grade level and you're looking at biology, you could look at primary or secondary,
Oh, sorry.
right? You can look at, if you want to find the media tab here is for specifically what kind of thing are you looking for? Are you looking for videos to use? Are you looking for websites that are useful? There are so many, those teachers in that project did so much amazing work. We are so excited to be able to share this amazing work that they did, that you all did. And as you continue, we hope that as you continue to develop materials, and if you want those materials to be available in Kazakhstan, we hope that we can continue to add materials to this website and add information so that we can continue to build this network of STEM and English teachers to meet this really very big need.
Yeah.
If you go to the next button, after materials development. We could go on about materials developed, believe me. But if you go to the next one and you click webinars, you will notice that all of the webinars that we have presented over the summer this year that you have participated in are here. And if you scroll down, once we create the video from today's webinar, it will be added, and so will the additional 3 webinars that we are planning to do in this month. So we are very excited. And then, you know, just because it's fun, we have this media tab at the end of the top bar. And the media tab is all of the media that we had links to. And you can thank the embassy and IDANA for this. This is great information. So it talks about what we did at Nazarbayev. It talks about what we did in November of last year. There's video coverage, there's photo collections, so you can go and reminisce. We often, Susan, Mary, and I often go to those photos and reminisce about our time in Kazakhstan, and
Wonderful. Yeah.
hope we can have another experience that was as wonderful as working with you all.
So I'm going to stop our share right now.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's see what other questions we have.
So we've got a question about a lesson, another question about a lesson. So maybe that we should think about changing a webinar maybe.
Mhm.
And I'm happy to know that people are excited about the website, and we will probably do an introduction to the website, kind of a 5-minute intro at the end of each webinar of these 4, just so that, are there any other questions or comments at this time before we stop for this week and you all go to bed?
Thank
I'd
you
like-
very much.
Thank you. I'd like to point out that in the chat, somebody has listed a lot of tech tools and websites that they use. Oh, I thought we had a question.
No.
Uh,
Yeah,
I have now a question. Thank you very much. It was very interesting information I take.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Quizlet and Kahoot and YouTube.
I see you are very active teachers.
and I'm sure you are all very active teachers.
I'm sure you are all very active teachers.
And I really miss being in a classroom with students. I miss it so much.
Mhm.
And
I so want that to see your lessons in the USA. Where are you from?
USA.
from the United States.
United
Yes,
States?
it will be interesting for us.
Mhm.
I'm glad that you find it useful. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for continuing to take time out of your personal time to connect with us. We very much appreciate it. And
In
we
the future, you can send your webinars website for us.
We
They'll
will
be on the web. They are the ones from the summer are on the website now. Probably this week, the one that we did today will be on that same website. So the website that Mary Teresa posted, the one that we just looked through.
right. And we will do this again at the same time next Thursday.
Mhm.
So hope to see you next week.
Thank you,
Thank-
Maris.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Goodbye. Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Thank you. Oh, I'm not.
Wonderful. Great.
So,
Oh, I'm going to reclaim host.
yeah. Okay, good.
I will stop the recording.